and welcome to my channel. I'm the Angry Simmer, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a kind of all over the place build. So what happened was I intended to build this pretty kitchen, and that's what I did. I built the kitchen, but then I took screenshots and was like, you know what? I need to put in some stuff around it so it looks prettier in the screenshot. So you're not just looking at grass on the outside of the doorways that I put into it. And I just downloaded all of my stuff for the month of FelixandreSims stuff that he put out. So technically, because I did the $20 subscription, I got all the back stuff. But yeah, I've been thinking about that. And so I saw one of his doors and was like, all right, this is happening. We're going to make this happen. But yeah, so at some point I do put in one of his doors. I don't use all of them like I'd like, or all of the wallpaper in this, because it just simply doesn't go with the type of house that I'm building here. But one of the doors, there's one of his doors. They're so beautiful. Anyways, one of the doors does actually go with this and looks just like the doorway that you could see through the archway in the picture on Pinterest. So that's how this came about. So you're gonna see me build the kitchen and then build like a small kitchen or a small floor plan around it, and it kind of feels like a townhome. And then that might just because good Lord, I can't talk today. I'm still not feeling very well, so it's more headache today than stomach ache. So on days like that, when I have one of my bad migraines or a headache, it's not full function. But I need to get 3 videos done today, or 4, so that I can rest this week. And then also possibly I have to drive my grandfather to the hospital tomorrow to get IV fluids or antibiotics because we talked about that. He went to the hospital. He's fine now, but he has to do antibiotics at the hospital for a little bit longer. So I wanted to just make sure I had all my ducks in the row, and I think I was going to try and split it into 2 different videos, but then by the time I got done cutting everything down and speeding it up, either it was going to be 10 minutes without being sped up because I apparently moved pretty quickly building this, or the whole thing it ended up being a lot longer than that. But once I speed it up to something that's useful for you guys to watch, and not watching me crawl and watch my brain work very slowly, because if you think I'm speaking crazy today, you should see this unsped up. This is 4 times sped up, and my processing speed is low today. That's all I'm saying. But I haven't had coffee in a couple of days because I've been sick, and I'm trying to do this low FODMAP diet thing. It's not a New Year's resolution thing. I need to do it because of health issues. So I'm gonna try and give up caffeine and coffee and soda and odd foods. Some of my favorite foods are mushrooms and fruits and avocados, avocados are fruit, but a lot of really healthy foods aren't on FODMAP, or aren't low in FODMAP, and things like milk and sugars and coffee and tea, because they have caffeine in them, and any sort of sugar, anything you like to eat basically is not good for me, apparently. And I didn't realize it until I've gained a bunch of weight, and then I started feeling kind of crappy. I was a vegetarian for a long time, and a lot of the foods that are on vegetarian diets, no dairy, no meat, stuff like that, are low FODMAP. I think I'm saying that right. Anyways, but I didn't feel as crappy when I was a vegetarian. And now it's just been like a downward spiral of I need more and more caffeine to survive, because it's, anyways. So all of that being said, I've been thinking about kitchens a lot lately, and my kitchen, and what to do in kitchens now that I'm trying to do this and be healthier and give up, my life juice coffee. I literally, I should buy stock in Starbucks or somebody that does coffee, because my production, or the amount that I spend on drinking it alone, I wish I could get that money back somehow. So, that's not really how stocks work. Just because you spend money on it doesn't mean everybody else does. But hey, I'm not an analyst, so I can't tell you what to spend your money on. But that's what I'm thinking about spending mine on. I'm ridiculous, and I feel old. I feel really old all of a sudden because I just talked about stocks on YouTube. Anyways, this kitchen though, I do change the floor color because I just start feeling like it's too much brown. Like it starts to feel kind of like a 90s kitchen where there's just too much going on. With the same color, and it feels a little bit like a grandma's house. But here's the rest of that apartment, and even though it was an afterthought, I kind of really like the way it turned out. I do one of my favorite offices I've ever built just because it's so beautiful. There's the Felixandre door that I do use, and there's a couple more of his that I'm showing. That's not though the one I go with. I've mixed a lot of whites and browns together to make this, and it's kind of a color palette that I wouldn't normally use, just like the shiplap that I put in the kitchen and in the office and in the bathroom. They're all actual wood tones, whereas I normally use the white painted shiplap, which is, you know, my style, my personal style. But there's something about these windows and the Felixandre door. Which, by the way, if you're new to the channel and you haven't ever heard of Felixandre, he is a CC creator that I just absolutely adore his creations. He's on Patreon, so look up Felix. I say Andre. Ander is how some of the other simmers says it or say the name, but either way, I've got him linked, his profile on Patreon on my description box underneath, so you can find him easily. I absolutely love his stuff. It is Patreon, so you do have to pay for the CC. But personally, after trying to make my own CC, yeah, it's worth it. It really is, because the amount of effort that goes into it is just mind-numbingly difficult just to recolor something. And he does all like new meshes. There's nothing in the game that could possibly look like what he's doing. So I promise you, I'm gonna do a showcase soon. What I'm wanting to do is there's a simmer called Pixel Playground, and she makes the most incredible builds. But she doesn't make her own CC. She just puts things together so beautifully. And so I sent her a message to see if I could use one of her builds, which is called the Brentwood Estates, and it's made for the large lot in Windenburg, which we're on the small one right now. For that, so I wanted to use that because I felt like she used a lot of French architecture styling in her build, and I thought Felixandre's stuff would look good in place of what she used for it when she was building it before. I don't even know if she knows about Felix's stuff, so but she's a big fan of Peacemaker like I am, but is also a very busy person, so I have trouble getting a hold of her as much as I would like to about stuff like this. And so I haven't heard back yet from her if I can use Brentwood Estates on my YouTube channel, because I don't want to show her build and her not be happy about it, because it is her build. I didn't build it. I would just be decorating it and using its beautiful structure to showcase Felixandre's beautiful doors and windows and columns and brickworks and just amazing stuff. But let's talk about the build here. So that was just the office of my dreams in there with the beautiful textures on the wall and the carpet. And this is kind of, I would say, like a shotgun style bathroom. I still feel like it feels very high end. So I personally have a bathroom with basically this shape to it, but instead of entering in the front or entering, going straight in, you enter from basically where that basket is. So my stuff is moved just a little bit in there, but I am very familiar with the way that stuff like this works. And I felt like, I love that shower and I don't use it enough. So I've started forcing myself to use it. And then I saw a bathtub and actually used it in a build that I didn't share, that it was just for me while I was feeling sick. And it's this amazing, it was one of Pixel Playground. She's got a townhome for the little, you have to get it, you get it with the Get to Work pack, I do believe. It's where all the shops are. But anyways, it's for there, and it's a 30 by 40 lot, and they're just these incredible townhomes. And she built 3 of nearly the same townhome, and she only decorated 1. And so I was redecorating that last night while I was trying to feel better, because The Sims makes me feel better. So that was my plan. And I actually, like, I stayed awake long enough, because that was the big thing, was I was trying to stay awake and not go to bed at 8 in the morning, or 8 or 9. Well, 9 would have been fine, but I was trying not to fall asleep between 6 and 8 p.m. yesterday, because I felt like if I slept that long, then I was going to wake up in the middle of the night last night and get up at like 4 in the morning and start doing some stuff. So, and I try to start my day with my dogs. So, I love that painting. I need that for my house. But we are actually coming pretty close to the end of this build. It was an afterthought, but I really like it, and I think maybe I'll turn it into a townhome like Pixel Playgrounds. Clearly not exactly like, but the doors are just giving me the feels, because FelixandreSims, however it's said, the incredible genius that he is, building those it just inspires me to build stuff. So leave me a comment about who or what CC inspires you to build. What makes you want to play The Sims? What makes you want to create outside of The Sims or in The Sims, whichever you feel like. And yeah, it was great spending some time with you guys today. I'm feeling a little bit better. My head is still killing me, but hey, I'm clearly talking, so I'm good. But I'm going to head out of here now and let you guys enjoy the rest of the build and then the screenshots. Thank you guys so much for watching again. The like, share, and comment button. Well, it's not a button, but anyways, comment down below the stuff we were talking about. Like, share, and join me tomorrow for another video. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.